Hi, good morning everybody. My name is Mandy Crown and welcome to my moment of reflection for the week. So this week I'm going to be talking about being in dark places and how we can hopefully find a better way of getting out of them. I've been doing them for about 4 years now, and what I'm really trying to do with them is to help you see the world in a slightly different way, just think about things a bit differently, see things from a different perspective so that we can achieve more in our lives. Because so often I see people, particularly women, not achieve their full potential, and that's such a waste of talent. So if I can help you to move forward in a slightly different way, in a better way, then that's really what I'm trying to achieve. So I hope you like it. As we go through, please do like and share. I only just started doing them, so the more shares I can get, I'd be really appreciated. And please do feel free to comment as we go through. I won't get the chance to reply while I'm on the video, obviously, but I'll come back to you later on. So this week we're talking about being in dark places, and we all have bad days, we all have dark days, and I'm sure everybody also has those really, really black days when all you want to do is to crawl into a quiet corner, curl up in a little ball and hibernate and never ever come out again. And I've had those, and I'm sure you've had those too. And the question is not so much whether we have them, because that's just a part of life, but how quickly we stay in them and how quickly we come out of them again. And that's what I really want to try and help you with today. And I thought that I would use the analogy of growing plants to try and help you see a way through it. And I thought let's talk about a seed in the ground. Seeds are quite incredible things. Some of them are absolutely minute, and yet they can grow into massive, massive plants. There's so much potential and energy stored in that tiny, tiny little seed. We don't appreciate just actually how much is in that seed as to what it can genuinely become in the future. But they're really interesting, because some seeds will last for hundreds of years in the soil, and then when the conditions are right, suddenly up they'll come. And poppies are a classic example of that. Wherever the soil has been disturbed and poppies are seeded, they'll sit there, and then 200 years later, they'll suddenly come up again when the soil is ploughed. But what's interesting is they can stay in the soil a really, really long time, but each flower only lasts for one day, and then they have to start all over again. So poppies are quite incredible. But even more incredible than that, they've actually planted seeds from some of the pharaoh's tombs, excuse me, and some of them have germinated, not many, but some have germinated. And they've been in the tombs for thousands of years, but the conditions haven't quite been exactly right for their growth. Sorry about this. As soon as they're taken out and planted and the conditions are right, then off they go. So seeds do need specific conditions to grow well. Now, some seeds need to have a very intense period of cold before they'll grow. So often in this country, if we've had a mild winter, there are some plants that won't grow the following year because we haven't had enough cold over the winter to get those conditions right. There are some seeds that need heat, very intense heat, to germinate. So, for example, in America, in the big woodlands where the sequoia and so on are, the very lower growth often will burn off each year. It doesn't affect the trees. It's not like the forest fires you see on the news, but that low growth will just have a very, very low-key fire and will get rid of all the dirt and debris and rubbish on the forest floor. And that intense heat will help the seeds to then germinate and to grow, because they've now got light and space in which to do so. And there are some plants, some seeds that need water. So, for example, in some deserts around the world, it'll be completely dry, barren sand for 364 days of the year. They'll have one day of rain, and overnight, overnight, those seeds will suddenly just carpet the desert in a carpet of wildflowers. A couple of days later, they've all died off and gone away again until the following year. Absolutely incredible sight if you've ever seen it. So seeds do need specific conditions. And when they start to grow, what they do is they first of all put down a little root. And that root is looking for nutrients, and it's also increasing the stability of the plant. It's putting down a really good, strong base. So when the plant grows above the soil, then it's going to be stable, it's going to be strong, it's going to be secure, and not get blown over or whatever. So putting those roots down is really, really important. And it's quite slow to begin with. And they'll put roots out, they'll search for water, they'll search for nutrients, and that root system will grow and grow. Only when the seed thinks that root system is strong enough to support it, then it will start to put a shoot up to the surface. And once it breaks through the surface, then it can get sunlight and it can start to grow, and off it goes really, really fast. But what I really want you to think about is putting the roots down, building the stable base first that nobody else can see. Because all this is going on underneath the surface, way, way before that shoot comes baked through the soil. So if you're in a really dark place, you want to be putting those roots out very, very gently, building your confidence, but without anybody else seeing that you're doing so, and therefore they can't knock you about it. Because often when you're in a dark place, it's somebody that's put you there. So if you do this under the surface, they won't know, and therefore they can't have a go at you. So think about building that really strong root base. Think about the stability. Think about the long-term importance of that solid root structure. And then when you start to put the shoots up and it comes up above the ground again and you're going back into the real world, then you can take off fast like a plant does. So when you're in a really dark place, think of yourself as a seed, and hopefully that will help. My one plea to you is that don't be the poppy seed that waits 200 years before it comes to the surface and then it lasts a day. Be the oak. Be the acorn that starts off really very small, but grows into a massively strong, resilient, nothing can knock me over type oak that's there for hundreds and hundreds of years, because being the oak is really, really important. So I hope that helps. Hope you enjoyed that. For those of you that see me for the first time, my name is Mandy Cran, and people come to me when they realise they need to make changes in their life if they have to have better health and quality time in the years ahead with their family. So I'd like to ask you a question. If you could push a button and change one thing in your life right now, what would it be? Because most people actually lie to themselves when they think about how happy they actually are, and they actually get overtaken by guilt on a regular basis. So whether it's the working mum who rushes from work to school and is always missing the matches and the school trips and the theatre and all the rest of it, or the stay-at-home mum who feels guilty she can't actually do things for the children she would love to be able to do, whether it's nice holidays or nice presents at Christmas, whatever. So if you'd like to get my personal support to help you see through the fog, then for a limited time I'm offering a special Ditch the Guilt clarity session for mums. So what we're going to do during the session is going to create a crystal clear vision of what you want your life to look like, uncover any hidden guilt triggers that may be sabotaging your life right now, leave the session with a deeper understanding of what needs to change to create a better future for you and your family, and finally a next step action plan about moving your life into a more guilt-free place. I'm also offering a free download of my ebook, which is 12 ways to have more guilt-free time with your family. So just go to my Facebook page and either click on the free ebook button, or for the Ditch the Guilt session, just click on the Ditch the Guilt session, and you can book that online at your own convenience. So I hope you liked my moment of reflection this week. Next week I'm going to be talking about feeling inferior. Have a great week and look forward to seeing you soon.